Hey everyone, so it's been a while since I've done a cooking segment with you all, and today's little project is something that you can do for the holidays, something that you can do while you're out camping using a Dutch oven. The great thing about this is we did this with our boys Royal Rangers group, which is ages 3rd through 6th grade. So it's also a fun little project that you can have the kids help you with. What we're making today is candied apples. Now, this is not the candy apples that you might be used to be thinking about that have the hard red candy on it that you have on a stick. These are going to be candied apples that we actually make in the oven, and they're going to be soft and mushy that you can eat with a spoon. So I'm going to get started and show you how to actually make these. So I've got my apples. These are semi-sweet apples. You can use tart because you're going to be adding sweet stuff into it. But if you want to keep it sweet, you want to use sweet apples like your Fuji's, your Golden Delicious, your Red Delicious, your Crisp, and a few others. I've also got brown sugar. I got cinnamon, mini marshmallows, and I also got semi-sweet chocolate chips. Some people use raisins, but none of my Royal Rangers actually want to put raisins in theirs. They preferred the chocolate chips. This is also something you can do with bananas, okay? So for bananas, the only difference is you're going to slice the banana this way. You're not going to peel it. You're just going to slice it, and you're going to open it up like a banana split, and you're going to go ahead and add the same ingredients that I'm going to do with the apples. So come on in and let me show you what we're going to do. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take our apples, make sure to remove any of the stems. And if the stems don't break off totally, that's fine because we're going to be coring these apples. And by coring it, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the seeds. Sometimes the stems can be a little difficult. So this right here is an apple corer. Now, the newer ones look a little bit different. This is a vintage one that I got at an antique shop. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead, stick it in the middle. You're going to push down on it, which is going to take all the insides out and the seeds. It is okay if you poke a hole in the bottom. In fact, we actually want the hole in the bottom. So let me go ahead and core this first one. Be very careful because the new ones are very sharp. This one here, because it's a vintage antique, is not as sharp. But the nice thing about it is it has a bigger hole and slot up here for cleaning. So we're just going to go ahead. We're going to put this down in the middle. Poke it all the way through. Give it a good twist, and that's okay. This apple kind of split on me. But I guess that'll be okay. Go ahead and give it a good twist. Make sure we get all the seeds out. And then we're going to pull it out. And then we're just going to go ahead, look down inside of it. Okay, so I still got some seeds in here that I need to get out. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my corer. And I'm going to do it one more time. Actually, this apple has a little more seeds in it than some of the other ones. Okay, so we got it cored. I'm going to go ahead and get the other ones cored up, and I'll be right back with you. So one of the things you probably want to do to keep your apple from splitting, especially since I'm using smaller apples and this is a larger corer, is as you're going and coring it, you might want to actually twist it in like a drill and just go nice and slow to keep it from splitting like that last one did. Okay, so for this pot here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add our ingredients to our apple. So I'm going to take a piece of aluminum foil. we're going to take our cored apple, and as you can see, it has a hole in it. I'm going to set that down in the middle of the aluminum foil. I'm going to take a little pat of butter. Stick it down in the hole. I'm going to take some mini marshmallows. Stick that down in the hole. Now, in this bowl here, I got the mixture of brown sugar and cinnamon. So I'm just going to take some of that, fill up my hole in my apple. And then now, I'm going to take my chocolate chips. And I'm going to take a bunch of them and press those down into the hole also. So when you fill your apple, you can actually use any filling you like. But like I said, this here is a recipe for candied apples. Then once I got my chocolate chips in, I'm going to go ahead and take my foil and wrap it up. And then I'm going to stick it in my pan. So while I'm getting these other ones prepared, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. Okay, so my oven is preheated to 350. I'm going to go ahead and stick them in on the bottom rack. And the lone one I've got in this pan by itself is so I know which one is my wife's, because she did not want chocolate chip in hers. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them in my rack. I'm going to set my timer for 15 minutes. And now I'm going to go clean up my mess, and then I'll see you once these are ready. Okay, so while we're waiting for our apples to cook, the dish is actually called Rombosse. R-O-M-B-O-S or R-O-M-B-O-S-S-E. So you're supposed to bake them until they're actually soft. And you can experiment and use different fillings for them, like I said. Also, you can use other things such as other fruits such as pears or quinces, and it's best served warm, and possibly also with a side of ice cream. I don't have ice cream today, but I am going to serve it warm. So right now I'm just waiting for my apples to stop feeling soft and mushy. Okay, so it looks like they're about done. I just took them out of the oven, and what you want is you want to feel them. And if they stop feeling mushy and squishy, that means they're done. A couple of these could probably use a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and separate them on the plate. And then I'm going to show you what the ones that are finished look like. So my wife is actually trying hers. And she's just saying how good it is. You can do pears, you can put different things in there like nuts, and just kind of make it your own. But yeah, I mean, that's really good. So she went ahead and split hers open already. So I'll show you what the inside looks like with everything all melted in there. Probably could add a few more marshmallows, because the marshmallows are really melted down. But you can still taste the sweetness and everything from it. Yeah.
I taste the sweetness and the cinnamon.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
They do hold up.
Yeah, because you cook
These apples do hold up.
Well, actually, all of them do. The key thing is if you do your bananas, peels, bananas, pears, or apples, is to do it in the skin. You leave it in the skin.
Not overcooked.
And same thing with the bananas. The bananas are going to turn black on you, but they're going to be in the skin, and they're just as good.